Hello, and welcome back to day 8 of Financial Literacy Month. Today, we are talking about interest free credit cards. Now, if for any reason you need to take out a credit card, please try and take out an interest free one. But of course, that depends on your credit report and if you're able to do so. But if you can, it is better to take out an interest free card simply because if you're paying back your card, you will find it will go down a lot more quicker if there is no interest. Now, some of these banks love to add interest, and unfortunately, this means that it can be quite difficult for an amount to reduce significantly over time, and you will feel like it's not being reduced at all. So, if you can find a way to utilize these interest free cards, or if, say, you can do a balance transfer to transfer your current card onto an interest-free card. Now, that would make things slightly easier, and that's way you can pay it off a lot quicker. But of course, as I say, pay off a bit more than the minimum amount that they say you should, because this also helps to reduce the balance. Thank you. Hello, and welcome back to day 10 of Financial Literacy Month 2026. Now, today we are talking about separating money into different accounts. Now, this can be savings accounts or standard accounts. So, what we are trying to say is when you get paid, it would be easier to separate money into separate accounts with different categories. For example, if you want to take some money out of your current account when you just got paid and you want to save for holiday, then you'd move that or set up a standing order for that each month to be moved to a holiday account. Alternatively, if you have money that you need for travel each month, you may want to do the same thing and move it to an account called travel. So that account is solely for traveling, and that can be going to work or booking trains throughout the month. So your money is separated. For example, if you have, you could create an account which is for subscriptions. Now, this could be TV subscriptions, or it could be the gym subscription. You may want to separate that out and set up a standing order for those things so that it doesn't affect what's in your current account. Now, anything that you have a direct debit for or regular standing order for, like mortgage or general bills, it is recommended that you would leave that in your current account so you know it's there. But anything that you don't need to have in your current account, it would be an idea to move it away so that you don't spend it or simply forget about it. Hello, and welcome to day 11 of Financial Literacy Month 2026. Today, we are talking about second-hand items. Now, second-hand items, some people may, frown about that. Think, oh no, second-hand items. But second-hand items may not mean what you think it means. Second-hand items could mean that someone has purchased an item, they've forgotten about it, or they purchased it, it doesn't fit, they've gone over the exchange period, so they have to keep it and they don't know what to do with it. Now, these items can usually be sold on the likes of Vinted or eBay, and they're usually sold as new. So secondhand items are not necessarily secondhand, as in they've been used and they're quite worn, although that happens. But secondhand items can mean you can get a pretty much brand new item that you may have been looking for. So do take the time to look out for these items on the likes of Vinted, eBay, and any other marketplace. It's also good to take a stroll down a market and see what bargains you can get. You never know, that item that you have been looking for months and you have been like, oh, I don't know if I can afford that. Well, have a look on any of those sites that I've just mentioned and see if you can get a bargain. Take care. Hello, and welcome to day 12 of Financial Literacy Month. Now, every now and then, it is good to treat yourself. It is good for your well being, it is good for your peace of mind. Now, if you feel like you need to go on a spa day, you haven't been on a spa day for a while, go and treat yourself. Of course, utilize the websites that have vouchers such as Groupon and your marketing emails that have been sitting in your inbox, do look through those and see if you can get any codes for that. And yes, it's always good to treat yourself every now and then and reward yourself for all the hard work you have been doing across the days, the year, and the month. Hello, and welcome back to day 13 of Financial Literacy Month 2026. Today, we are talking about attending networking events. Now, some of them can be free and very useful, some of them you may have to pay a fee, but overall, the goal is to network and meet people and learn something new. Now, that doesn't always cost a penny to do, but it's always good to go to these events because even if you just sign up for a couple that you like, that you have interest in, this can also lead to things that you may not have envisioned. You will learn something new, you will also be part of a new network, which can ultimately help you in the future. So, do take a look out in your inbox for any free events and do try and stay in touch with any alumni groups that you may have been part of before and see what they have to offer. Hello, and welcome to day 14 of Financial Literacy Month. Today, we'll be talking about free items. Now, you're thinking, how do you get free items? Now, you can do that by joining groups, such as groups that are related to people in your area, your neighbours, who you may be part of a jogging group with, Pilates, etc. Those groups are usually groups where people are often posting things like, hey, I've got this item and I don't want it anymore. Do you know anyone who would like it? Would you like it? So, yeah, and even if you're part of groups like on Facebook, they usually have these things going on. So, always keep in the loop, or try to. We know life is busy, but you can keep these things running in the background. Don't have to always have them on loud notifications, but such as a community selling and buying group, those things are usually around, and people generally swap items for free or for a very low fee.